Strategic planning offers a really wonderful methodology for really taking on any kind of a project, or whether you're running your life or a whole organization. It provides a framework that starts with really defining what your mission is and what it is that you want to achieve. And I love this methodology. I'm very passionate about applying it because if it's done right, it really allows you to tackle any project in a values-based way.
But I'm really here to talk to you about the importance of happiness at work. So can anybody here, can you think of any reason why you wouldn't want to be happy at work or enjoy what you do? But there's a real upside to fostering happiness in the workplace if you want sustainable, high performance from people who work there, right? It just makes sense to make work a place where people actually want to be, and where you give them opportunities to fulfill their own potential and to do things that matter to them.
We often say no to ourselves because we're saying yes to everybody else first. So every time somebody asks something of us, before we take it on and say yes to that, we need to think about what we're saying no to in order to accommodate that request. And then I want you to do some real calculus in your mind and think about whether that's really what you want to do.
And so the writing was on the wall for this one years ago, and I got my IT department reported to me hundreds of millions of dollars of budget, and I said, you know, we're going to have to get on top of this budget situation, and it's possible that we might have to cut our budget by as much as 10% over the next couple of years. Why don't we plan now for how we might address doing that, so that we're not going to do it when the hammer falls and you got 2 months to slash $20 million. That means your job's gone and your job is gone and levels of service are out the window. So being a strategist where
Shed the shoulds, right? Don't let yourself get should. Like, how many of you are walking, oh, I should do that, and I should do this, and I should. It's not pretty, right? My friend calls it shoulding all over yourself. When you put it that way, it really is unappealing, right? So just remember that you're the expert on you. You're all brilliant women. You would not be where you are if you weren't very, very bright. So you have to be okay with that and own that and the power that goes with it. And then maybe you can shrug off some of the other shoulds.
and I keep this in my office. This is my joy meter. And when I think about taking on a project or working with somebody, I always evaluate the joy to have. Very important. And if you think this is just fun, it actually isn't. Although laughter on the job, very important. I kept that in my office as a visual cue and a reminder to factor in joy and the decisions that I was making that affected hundreds of people throughout the organization. And by the way, everybody in the hospital and on the management team was in my office fiddling with my joy meter all the time, including the president of the hospital.
What I find really helps people is if you can focus on what's most important to you, find those moments that bring you joy in a course of a day, and you pursue things that are really important to you, then you can feel much more balanced whether you're home or at work. But the key seems to be doing work that matters, connecting with people, and doing things that are meaningful for you.